Today we're taking a classic mono black and we're putting a slight spin on it by splashing in some red. And believe me when I tell you, this is not like any Rakdos burn list you've seen yet. Cue the intro, let's talk about it. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel and thank you so much for clicking on today's video. Today we're going to be running some Rakdos burn, but as you can see, this is not your typical vampire burn list. This is going to be a very weird but very powerful list that we were able to take to Mythic, get some really good wins with, and this video is going to be very entertaining, so stick around for the gameplay footage on that. But before I break everything down, as always, if you're new here and you find any value in today's video, if you wouldn't mind hitting that subscribe button, it is a free way to help support the channel. I'd really appreciate that so much. Hitting the like button goes a long way as well if you enjoy the content. All right, guys, with that being said, let's get into this really quickly because we have a lot of gameplay footage to get into. I'm going to keep this very short and sweet. This is a very classic mono black list, blood in the snow style list, but we're going to go ahead and splash in some red. Basically, we're going to take the ping damage that we're going to normally get with the blood artist and the brushstroke, dealing our opponent 1 damage through the ability of Blood Artist when our creatures die, also dealing 1 damage through the brushstroke when our blood tokens die. We're going to take that and we're going to basically expand upon it. We're going to be able to drop in some red here, like things like Burn Down the House. This card right here synergizes really well because we're going to be creating the 1/1 devils that deal 1 damage when they die. So there's a lot of extra bonus damage being done there because if we have a Blood Artist on the field, they deal 2 damage instead. If we have a Meathook Massacre on the field, they deal 3 damage instead. So we can get the perfect board set up on turn 2. We get down a Meathook for 0. Turn 3, we get the brushstroke down. And then by turn 5, we're swinging in with some hasty devils that when they die are dealing a crazy amount of extra damage. That's the idea behind the deck. We also got things like Stesnia Uprising that can win us the game, which we win the game a lot with by its secondary ability, which is to deal 7 damage over the top to your opponent's face whenever you have 13 permanents. A little bit of math there needed, but this card can absolutely win you the game in no time. We also have the Voldaren, which is going to create us a blood token, which synergizes extremely well with the brushstroke, but at the same time we're dealing 1 damage upon entry. So already you're getting value right away on turn 1, and then we're going to probably end up sacrificing this or the Eye Twitch with our Deadly Disputes. Obviously ramping up, drawing cards. We've also got Plumb the Forbidden because if we end up getting a ton of Stesnia Uprising creatures on the field, or even a bunch of devils, Plumb the Forbidden can go over the top, win us the game by sweeping the board completely of our own creatures after we've attacked, and we're dealing all that extra damage through the Blood Artist and the Meathook Massacre. We've also got the Voldaren, which is going to, obviously generate us treasures when things die, not tokens, but our creatures. And oh, I almost forgot Tybalts. We have 2 Tybalts in here just for some flavor. This thing over the top is busted. This Planeswalker is really, really good. It can deal 3 damage to certain targets, giving your opponent to force them into an ultimatum to take it to the face or let their creature die. Or we can add mana to our, add mana with our +1 and go into our spellbook. And the spellbook offers quite a few devils that are doing exactly what we need, like Hellrider here. This is a really busted card back in the day, but this card has won us some games in the past as well. This has haste, and whenever a creature you control attacks, it's dealing 1 extra damage. So there's a lot of ping damage in here, but that's how the deck works. We're just dealing damage over time naturally by playing the deck, sacrificing things, attacking, and just, when things die, we're getting paid on it, which is so nice. We've also got 2 Hives and 2 Field of Ruins. Because we have Eye Twitch, of course, we have a sideboard. We have a 2 Environmental Sciences, Necrotic Fumes, Pest Summonings, Annihilation, Mascot, and a Confront the Past just to get back our Tybalt if we need it. But that's going to do it, guys. I'm trying to keep that short and simple because the gameplay, like I said, is a lot. So I hope you enjoyed the breakdown. We're going to get into the gameplay footage now. We'll see you back here at the end for some final thoughts. Peace. All right, here we go. Playing a list that is a spin-off of our mono black. So this could be considered the sequel to that list last week. Pretty stoked about it. It is Rakdos though, and it's gonna take that burn idea, and we're gonna go a little heavier and harder in the paint on it with the Rakdos burn. We get a very good starting hand here, and we get to go first. Couldn't ask for a better setup, honestly. And as you can see, we did lose our ranking pretty bad. We've been doing too many experiments, messing around a little too hard, but we're gonna be all right. We're gonna climb back with this list today. So Hopefully we can get up to the 98s, maybe 99 percentile. We'll see. You know what? I think I'm going to drop the Bloodcaster before the dispute just so I can get another blood token out of this whole thing. That would be fantastic. Could have got the Uprising down on curve, but Jawari Disruption is always a problem, so just gonna do what we can here. I think this is a better play. There was nothing foretold there, so this Azorius control list not having the Doomscar ready to go. That's annoying. It's a life gain, obviously. Pretty brutal. I'm sure they're gonna find what is the card I'm trying to think of here? The 2-drop white spell. Oh gosh. It's one of my favorite. Sunset Revelry. I'm probably gonna find one of those. Just gonna slow us down a bit. Love Burn Down the House. Hopefully we can use it in a more offensive way. We're gonna need to find something with the dispute. Hopefully either our Brushstroke or Meat Hook Massacre. Those are kind of the two engines of the deck, so I'm hoping we can find them. We'll see if this gets countered, but even if it does get countered, we still get the blood token out of it, which is, it's helpful enough. Fateful Absence, okay. That does have card draw abilities, so don't mind it. Could go for a card draw now. They're tapped out and the Uprising would be good to go, but I think Burn Down the House is going to be better here, so let's just save the token. Let's save the token for now. Going for the Devils. Let's go. Drop that damage, baby. Drop that damage. We're only on turn 4 for them, and we're already got them down to 14, which is pretty unusual. This deck is more of a slow burn, so I'm pretty happy with where we're sitting here. And we do top deck another land, which is super helpful. I think I'm going to go for the Uprising here. We're not exactly drawing like crazy good either, and we're doing all right. All right, Stesnia Uprising comes in, and we'll see how much we have here as far as permanents go. It says 12, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Okay, there's 12 currently on the field, so we wouldn't have got the ability to burn them out, which is fine. All right, we're going to drop the Eye Twitch. Even if we get Doomscarred here, you know, we deal 3 damage, and then obviously the Eye Twitch gets us value as well, so I'll take it. I will take it. They're highlighting the Eye Twitch. All right, we get our own Field of Ruin here. Just go ahead and just kind of rinse repeat here. We have enough mana this time around that we could drop the Stesnia and then also draw a card. So if this gets countered or whatever it may be, we could still draw a card. Faithful Mending, okay. And if they sweep the board now, like I said too, they're going to be getting dealt those 3, you know, points of damage from the Devils over the top, and then it's also going to reset the number here on the Stesnia Uprising, and you know, drop it down somewhere to like the 10 range, and we can just kind of pop off with that 7 out of nowhere and kill our opponent too. So a lot of cool things we could do here. Man, they are running a lot of counter spells, huh? Jawari, Saw It Coming, Test of Talents, Devious Cover Up. There's the Doomscar. I was kind of hoping for that, I'm not gonna lie. They paid full price too, the whole 5, the whole shebang. What do we want to grab here? What's probably the most important thing? I guess let's just get more mana, it's fine. This is now at 11. Drop this to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 13 minus, okay. Let's draw a card. I think I've got this figured out. And then we go here. I think I've got the lethal mapped out of my brain here. 13, so we gotta just do one of these. And then Stesnia Uprising hits 13 perfectly. Take action. That's game, ladies and gentlemen. That's game. Boom. Got him. That's the first time I think I ever did math and didn't get an F on it. Let's go, baby. GG's. Stesnia Uprising, man. Stesnia Uprising is such a good card. It is so hard to deal with that extra 7 at the end, man. Very explosive, game-winning card. Love it. Absolutely love it. We don't have anything till turn 3, but it could still work. We'll see. I love that we have the brushstroke, so hopefully that can get us, you know, some serious damage in there. That's the card we were looking for all last game. That or Meathook Massacre, and we didn't find either. All right, they're running Clerics. Great. That's a life gain deck, so it's the exact counter to our list. But we do have Burn Down the House, which could sweep the board, but unfortunately, if we do that, we do lose our Blood Artist. Maybe I should throw one Agadium's Awakening in here. There's only 2 creatures in the deck, really, like 2 potential cards we can get back, but with the Blood Artists coming back, it could be really helpful. All right, let's just get this down. It's not exactly what I wanted to do, but it is what it is. The only good news is we're not going to get countered out of our mind here if we try to drop things like our permanents like the Uprising and whatnot. We're not going to get absolutely countered every single time, so that's nice. Let me reread this card. Whenever it enters the battlefield, you cast a party spell. Choose a party creature card in your hand. It perpetually gains 1/1. Oh, so they're giving that 1/1 to something else. Not cool, man. Not cool. Stesnia Uprising. No attacks. And we drop the 1/1. It does feel weird sometimes, though, playing a 4-mana 1/1 token. in that regard, it feels kind of bad, but... Okay, they didn't give that the counters either. They're giving the counters to something, and it is getting yoked right now. It is getting yoked out of its mind at the moment. All right, we're going to deal the damage there. And we can blow up the board. This might be our only chance to do so. Oh, but if we do it, it just feels so bad, man. Feel like I have to, though. Feel like I have to. Steal the damage, gain the life. Oh, we get one for all the creatures. I almost forgot. There we go. Stesnia Uprising. Hopefully we can catch him off guard with the 13. The old lucky 13. We're at 9. Just keep that in mind here. Every permanent counts, including tokens. Deadly Dispute will get us another token. There's not much they can hit us here. That's gonna really hurt us. We're gonna be able to cast both of these spells next turn either way. Just kind of annoying. That's pretty cool. All right, let's go with black. I'll cast this, deal the 1, get a blood token, and we can attack freely. We're the ones who are kind of getting the beatdowns, right? So we need to attack. We need to attack. We lost the ability here. That's actually tempting, but I don't think I'm gonna do it because I'm gonna plumb potentially here, getting a bunch of cards, and then it will also sweep up our board and we can do it again later. And yeah, I need something that, you know, deals damage when our creatures die. Like if we really needed that Blood Artist or a Meathook Massacre. So they were pumping another Angel of Unity. Interesting. This whole time, that's what you were pumping up, huh? Yeah, we have to take the damage. It is what it is. Let's draw a bunch of cards. Hopefully we can hit a big Meathook Massacre here. That would be the absolute bee's knees here. That's what we were looking for. Okay. Absolute garbage. We keep, for some reason, getting absolutely crushed on mana. Eye twitch. The hive could be good late game. I do not want to play it right now though. I feel like mana consumption is going to be pretty important. That's nice. Okay, that's nice. We get another one. All right, play it now, and then we have another plum, and the plum's going to be a lot more effective this time around, and I can also cast the eye twitch. Okay, seems good. Seems good to me. And 13. So shoot, I should have looked at that prior to that. I could crack this, dealing 2, putting them at 9, and then we deal 7 over the top. But then I'm literally 1 mana short. I knew this hive was going to be a problem. I should have kept that land and dropped the hive, and we probably would have lethal right now. Oh, that's so unfortunate. All right, it's fine. We'll get him next turn. We can plumb the forbidden, get it to a certain point where we can get exactly 13 next turn and blow him up. Oh, that's frustrating. We probably had lethal there. We're going to stop them from gaining life. That's number 1. Priority 1 here. Priority uno. No life for you. We are grindy, man. Our list is grindy as heck right now. All right, we got 1 land. That's exactly what I want to see. That's normally how I would like it to go. Just give me 1 land, and then the rest give me bangers. We got Tybalt, which is pretty sweet. It's not going to come down to that, though. It's going to come down to the simple Stesnia Uprising here. Dealing the 7 over the top. Yeah, so we win the game here. So if I do this, puts us at 13. This puts us back down to 12. I deal 2 damage. And we just win the game. Stesnia Uprising for the win again. GG's. Oh my god, I hate math. Why did I make this list? It's hurting my brain. GG's. Too much math, guys. My brain is literally malfunctioning at this point. It's like Steam. If this was an anime, Steam would be coming out of my ears. Steam would literally be coming out of my ears. This is not a keep. This is not a keep. This is the exact opposite of a keep. This is like, get it out of my face. Let's hope Mulligan doesn't kill us, though. Mulligans typically do. Mulligans usually mark the sign of a loss. But we'll see. Our opponent might mulligan, hopefully. They keep 7. All right. Let's mulligan ours. They took a while, though. They might be in a bad spot. We'll see. All right. See what we can do here with this. We got the eye twitch, which could help a lot. It can get to our sideboard, obviously, and we can get some stuff, but let's find out first what our opponent's playing, because if it's a control deck, I'm going to be pretty upset. But we have Burn Down the House, which could sweep the board from any sort of like creature deck, and we have a good way to get there. Obviously, eye twitch is a good body to block with, and then Stesnia Uprising is going to create us a couple of chumps, so let's hope that's the case. I would like to top deck like a Deadly Dispute so we can get really in a good spot. Get this down a turn early. We'll see. Opponent's roping us though already. All right. It's mono white. Okay. This is actually the first mono white deck I think I've ever seen in Alchemy. Let's see how it goes. Let's see how it does. Stonebinder Familiar. We got a double Stesnia too. That's pretty sweet. All right. Are they going to attack? That's the big question. I will absolutely trade that in a heartbeat. But they have 1 mana. And I have seen some 1 mana tricks get me before that things I didn't think about that can pump their spells, whatever it may be. Giving first strike. That's something white can do sometimes. All right, mono white, you're the aggressor here, right? You should be a little quicker, I feel like. No worries though. Take your time. All right, nice. I'll take that trade all day. These get bigger, so the eye twitch does not. This is probably gonna be the most logical thing for us to take here, right? We get another eye twitch too. That's pretty big time right there. That's pretty big. All right, this eye twitch is gonna have to get us an environmental scientist because we need to make sure we hit these land drops and get on curve here. If we don't hit our curve, we are toast. Oh, you bully. Yeah, absolute bully. All right, there goes the eye twitch. No environmental sciences for us. Gonna have to pray we get the top decks we want. Right? Like that's gonna happen. Hey, we do get one. Let's go. We do get one. I guess everyone's entitled to one, right? Which means we get the uprising down, which is great. But I have a feeling glass caskets in my future. Or Cathar. Okay, adversary. I'm actually happy they played that without the pump. It's such a big difference with the 2 additional, you know, mana to pump into this. Now it's just a 3/1, so not exactly the best thing to attack into, you know, when we're talking about pests as 1/1s and whatnot. They're considering their attack here, which is it's actually a very tough attack. It's like, do you go for it or not? Wow, they go for it, and they actually offer me up the apparition, which is not something I thought would happen. So we get back another 1/1 blocker out of this exchange, and we gain 2 lives. So we're back to 18, and they're down an apparition. That was kind of a weird attack. I thought they were maybe contemplating trading the familiar. And we get another land. Wow, we're getting pretty lucky on the land drops. Pretty much all we needed was land drops, so I'm pretty happy about this. I think we got them. I know it's early. I know it's very early here. Their top decks could get pretty insane, but I mean, we've got a really good board here now, and still have a burn down the house that we know we're going to be able to cast, so it's kind of nice. They don't attack. Interesting. All right, and we get the brush stroke. That's so clutch. All right, let's go ahead and burn down the house before they get any bigger. I can't attack into this. This is a lame attack because if we attack into this, they obviously have both of these to block with, and they're just going to gain life out of the whole thing. So not fun for us. No attack there. They're down to 2 cards. We're down to 2, but we have the brush stroke, which is going to get us a little more value than I think anything white could offer up. And now if we could just top deck either a Deadly Dispute or Plumb the Forbidden, we're in really good shape. All right, there's the Cathar. I figured that was probably going to be coming down sooner or later, especially on tokens. Not the greatest for us, but ooh, this Tybalt is so tempting. I'm not going to lie. It's like the most tempting thing. You know what? I do get the 1/1 from the Stesnia. I'm playing it. I'm playing it. Let's go. I get the 1/1 from Stesnia. The draft here, when we play this on curve on 5, the draft is really a gamble because there are only so many 2 mana drops. I think I'm going to go with the +1, deal 3 damage to the Cathar. Give them the option to take it to the face. We get the Uprising to block the Tybalt, plus Brutal Cathar's not big enough to kill it anyways. Wow, they let it die. That is crazy. They didn't want me to draw a card, I guess. I wouldn't have drawn a card. These are the best 2 cards I can have right now. Well, they get the easy answer to the Tybalt there. That's unfortunate. I was hoping to get this a little bit more shine. A little more shine would have been nice. All right, they're gonna Curse of Silence me. They don't really know what I'm trying to do here, I don't think, but obviously the brush stroke would be an easy call out. Mountain. What in the world? I didn't even realize you could call out lands. That's pretty crazy. Let's drop this clue. That puts us at 11. All right, I'm pretty sure this game's as good as done. They're out of cards in hand. We've got 3. and they don't even realize what 3 we have, but we have basically 2 replacements for our best cards on the field. We're gonna hit them for, you know, double uprising damage, which is 14. And anytime we sack anything now, it's just residual damage. Residual damage. I really didn't think you could call out a mountain there on that. That was pretty interesting. The more you know. It's still 98, dang. So I'm trying to brainstorm a really cool list for you guys for Friday. I'm not sure right now. Normally I have some really good ideas banked, but I have to like unlock a little more cards, and I've already spent a lot. So I've got to figure out how to make a creative deck with what we have currently and wait till this weekend so I can, you know, re-up on some cards. But because I want to do an Azorius control list, but I don't have what I need. I'm thinking about doing maybe like a mono green list. I haven't done mono green in forever, and there are some really, really powerful new cards for mono green. This hand is scary because it has really good draw. If I can top deck like a eye twitch or something off the top, this could be a busted hand, but I'm keeping it. Oh my god, I'm glutton for punishment. I'm gonna lose this game. That one click, that was the game being lost. That's the game being lost. Oh jeez. Immediate regret. Like I said, if we top deck any 1-drop though, we're in good shape. Okay, these are not 1-drops. These are not 1-drops. All right, we could draw a card with this though. I mean, I think it's worth it, honestly. I honestly think it might be worth it. Interesting to see a RAKDOS list of dragons. Not every day we get to see this list come out. All right, this is pretty interesting because we got the 4/4 coming down. Meat Hook Massacre. I think I need to get this down because it can chump block. You know what though? I'm not going to chump block because I'd rather get the dispute off on it so this can get ramped up so we can kill this sooner. This is tough. This decision is not easy. Not at all. That's just going to keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Wow. Okay. Not too sure what to do here, ladies and gentlemen. I think we're going to get outvalued here too quick. They're just going to be too quick. They're going to be too quick to deal with. These meat hooks will deal with the predator, obviously, but I can't get to 5 anytime soon. We're going to be like a turn behind. If we had gone first, we could get that predator dead, but I think being a turn behind is just not going to be... It's not going to be it, Chief. Not gonna be it, Chief. Oh man. Okay, let's see if we can survive here. I mean, we can chump with the Voldarian, we can dispute, we get the treasure, hopefully top decking a land. That puts us at 5, 6 lands. So 4. Oh geez, yeah, we're not gonna make this. We're not gonna make it. Yeah, it didn't help that we kept a bad hand, but I don't think we would have beat them in any real capacity because of how fast they moved. They were able to get the predator down on 3, and now it's gonna have indestructibility. Obviously, we can't burn it. Yeah, it's just one of those things, man. Just tough, 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 tough. If it didn't grow by 1 every single turn, guaranteed, then we'd be all right. But it does, so here we are. Wait, I did not realize, I just reread this card just to make sure I can actually sacrifice this, which is going to ramp me up 1 more. Hold on now. 2, 4, 5. That's still not enough, huh? We're 1 short. I think we're 1 short here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We are one short of this meat hook being good. That's rough, man. Okay. That is rough. So maybe I just want to meat hook for 3 and then get down the eye twitch to block the predator. That's tough though, because I don't want to eat a treasure, but I feel like it's pretty necessary. All right, what are they gonna do with this information here? It looks like they're gonna do something for the predator. Just giving it indestructibility, I guess. Oh, they're trying to let me not. They're trying to make it to where I don't gain any life off of this play. Well played. Well played. All right, well, the eye twitch can go in and get us the annihilation, which can get rid of the predator. They do get a card off of that, but it does actually beat just getting dead. So that's what we're gonna do. Dragon's Fire. Oh, you savage. You absolute savage. Okay. Wish I had something to sacrifice for necrotic fumes, so I'm gonna have to go with the annihilation, unfortunately. Gold span comes in. That's game anyways. Didn't realize they had the land drop there to get the gold span in, but actually they had the treasure, so they would have got it in anyways. Yeah, we were dead to this list either way. Dragons are busted, man. What can I say? Dragons are absolutely busted, especially right now. Pretty cool to see it though in a RAKDOS form. GG's. All right, let's see if we can get one more solid game in here. Hopefully a W. That was a rough one. Shouldn't have kept the hand that we had, but like I said, beating somebody who gets a predator down on 3 with a 1/1 additional counter because of a treasure, you're gonna have a hard time with that in almost any sense of the game, because the only way to get rid of indestructibility is through things like meat hook, and meat hook ain't catching up to that no matter what. We almost did it though. Deadly Dispute was really close to getting there. Being able to sacrifice the blood token was pretty clutch. Didn't exactly realize it said any artifact. I thought it meant I thought it said, you know, what originally this card, I thought it was sacrifice a treasure token, so that's kind of nice. All right, we're just gonna hold back blocks, I think. No point in dealing 1 damage here, because they're gonna let that go through because they need this to gain life. Would be interested to see if they attack here. It would put me in a little bit of a predicament here, because I do need to use the Deadly Dispute. Could use it on the blood token though. Now that I know, that's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. All right, we need lands. First time I've said that all night. Let's go. Let's go. How do we want to proceed? Do we want to do a 2 meat hook massacre and just hope for the top deck? I think so. That's tough though, man. A 2 meat hook massacre. Hollowed Priest is not as scary as some of these other new cards that we've been seeing, but yeah, it's not that scary, is it? Should probably go for this because it's chump blocks all day against this, right? I'm more scared of the new card. It comes down, and after a certain amount of 1/1 tokens, it becomes indestructible, flying, vigilance, all that stuff. Yeah, that's the card we want to worry about. So that's when we're gonna want to pull the trigger on the meat hook massacre. I do need to hit a land though on this next go. Hopefully Deadly Dispute can get us there. I might just eat the blood token out of necessity here. Nice. That's a huge top deck. If I play this now on the blood token, I get a treasure. And I could play this, but then I would be 1 away from being able to get a good meat hook off. I think we just take this next shot. We block obviously with the Stesnia, and block sack with the dispute, and then we'll get a really good meat hook off next turn. I think that's fine. They missed a land drop, so that's something that we need to pay attention to. Could be hurting a little bit here on that. Things though, like the Valkyrie on turn 3, let's hope they keep missing those land drops, because Valkyrie is going to be a nightmare. Okay, they get the land, and it's an Orator. Interesting. Not quite a Valkyrie. That's nice. All right, we've got a really, really big board here, but these are getting really big. 5 and 4. Oh man, like I said, at least we can chump block them all day, but I do think we could get a 4. Doesn't matter, they got bigger than 4. All right, that's tough. That is tough. Out of range of my meat hook, pretty much for sure. I could plumb this, but this is going to gain me life eventually and deal damage. So I'm going to just do my creature here. We miss our land drop. That is not good. That's not good. I have to use this. I'm sorry, Tybalt. As much as I want to play you, I think you got to go. And we get a land, but it's not the land we were looking for, bro. Okay. Wow, they really did it to me. All right, well, it looks like we're gonna have to burn down the house here and then just drop the hive. Oh, that's so unfortunate. That's so unfortunate. That's not the cleanest way we wanted to do that. At least we swept the board. I mean, we can't be too upset about that. And this Hollowed Priest isn't doing anything as long as our Uprising's out here, so not too scared of it. I'm just kind of annoyed that we didn't hit a land drop out of that, and I did not play it optimally. I could have done the Plumb the Forbidden on the Stesnia human, and I could have just eaten my blood token, but I was trying to save the blood token for some brushstroke synergies, but I couldn't even do that, so had to eat the blood token anyways out of necessity. So screwed myself over there a bit. Oh, there's a bug on my wall. Hold on. You guys get to see me dealing with a bug. Oh, it's disgusting. All right, it is no longer on the wall though. All right, so we're gonna go for the brushstroke here and the Valderin. And now every single time something dies, which is gonna be every single turn, thanks to Stesnia Uprising's block ability, we are going to be dealing damage and creating blood tokens. And if we can get a meat hook down for 0 or even like 1 or whatever, we can do some good stuff. That's a problem. I'm hoping we can kind of match pace with it though. I forget though, it gains life at every single white spell. That's brutal. That is actually brutal. All right, it is what it is. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Hopefully they don't get to draw too many cards here. I've got the full combo online though. This is going to get really, really good for us because we're going to, like I said, deal damage every single turn. Meat hook. Meat hook for 0, and then that way we're dealing double the damage, but they're gonna draw extra cards again, which is so infuriating. I do need to get this down for 0. There's no doubt about that in my mind right now. I'll sack this. Get rid of one of those. 24. Wow, we're left with no... Gosh darn it, we're left with no black mana because of the way that everything tapped. I actually needed to tap that way. There's nothing I could have done differently. Okay, as long as I didn't misplay, I guess I'm happy with that. All right, so we're gonna hold up the Plumb the Forbidden here. Wish I could do it now, but it's fine. I just want to keep them off of drawing a card, but you know what? Let's not focus too hard on the card draw. We'll eventually be able to stop what it is they're trying to do. Hopefully. So frustrating. That right there is something I haven't seen yet. Whenever one or more creatures you control attacks, they gain indestructibility until the end of turn. Interesting. So we got to stop them from getting to 26 this next turn. All right. All right. Block there. Plumb the Forbidden. Double the damage thanks to the meat hook. Nice. Okay, we get another brush stroke. That's pretty good. That is pretty good. The brush stroke though is going to, it's going to be another tough situation because I want to get the eye twitch down and plumb it right away. But double the brush stroke would be great. It would be fantastic. What to do? I want to plumb though right away, like I said, because dealing that damage would be so crucial. I could hit another black source, but then that wouldn't even help me though. Do I give them another card? Oh, do I give them another card? I don't want to do that. I don't want to give him another card. I think that's too good, man. Stesnia Uprising is pretty cool. I suppose that's pretty solid. That's also pretty solid. Okay. We're in decent shape here. All right, Uprising, do your thing, man. Do your thing. Give me the 1/1. Let's make some blocks here. Gonna blow that up with the Annihilation, obviously. Blowing up this board seems pretty cool. Things are gonna get wild. That's all I gotta say. Things are about to get really crazy. All right, so they've unloaded their hand. That feels nice. They've got some new stuff in here too. All right, everything's going to the yard thanks to burn down the house. So might as well make our blocks, right? If everything's gonna die anyways, right? Take no damage. All right, we get to go to our sideboard again. We're dealing a lot of damage here, which is super nice. Also gaining quite a bit of life. I guess maybe keeping the Blood Artist would have been a smarter idea, huh? I didn't even think about that. If we would have kept the Blood Artist there, it would have been a better idea because we could have dealt a lot more damage. All right, more black mana is so needed right now. All right, sweep up the board here. We gain a ton of life. We kept them off drawing cards for the turn. Oh, maybe not. How much did they gain here? 24. Ooh, okay, so we're gonna have to do this just to ensure that we stop what it is they're trying to do. We deal 1 damage, or yeah, 1 damage. All right, there we go. No card draw for you, my friend. We're going tit for tat here. I think we got this though. I think that was a very clutch play for us. They get to put 1/1 counters on things now. This priest is doing absolutely nothing for them thanks to our 1/1s. Our 1/1s are absolutely dunking on their Hollowed Priest right now. Kind of making a mockery of it. All right, Now we get to have some fun here. Now we get to have some fun here. Stop their ability to gain all this life and draw cards every single play that they make. They probably drew another one though. Knowing my luck, I mean, they probably drew another one. It's fine. It's fine. You know what would really be bad is actually if they drew a Faithful Mending. Blew up my 1/1. But we wouldn't necessarily die. We do have 2 tokens we can sacrifice. And with those 2 tokens, we can gain 2 life. And then we can kind of build back from there. All right, creatures coming back from the yard, unfortunately. That's probably the best level 3, I think, on any card. The ability to reanimate something and gain life. Pretty sweet. All right, this just makes things cost more, right? And less. Yeah, it's fine. Oh, it's got double strike though. Interesting. It's not that important though, I guess. I don't know. Is it? Not sure. Either way, I'm deadly disputing. I get some more cards here. Hopefully finding another answer for these creatures. We do have the mascot exhibition too, which is super helpful. All right. I feel like I'm gonna make a misplay here and I don't like it. I don't like it. All right. Double Stesnia Uprisings. Got the Blood Artist in now, and every time our creatures die, they're going to be dealing mad damage. We'll let that 2/2 go. Oh, they don't want to attack, huh? That seems weird. I feel like you should be pressuring me, but to each their own. All right, we're looking good. I'm pretty sure. I know I've said this a lot of times, but I'm pretty sure we got him now. It took a little while, but I'm pretty sure we got him now. All right, I could just sit here and sack a bunch of things like these tokens and whatnot, but it's not how I'm gonna win this game. I know I'm running this into a brick wall, but when it dies, we deal damage, so that's the goal. That is the goal. There we go. And we'll say go. 2 more little creatures here. I think we're well past the 13 permanents for our enchantment here, unfortunately, so we're not going to surprise them with these 7 damage over the top. Totally fine, though. Totally fine. More lands. Let's go and get rid of these lands. Let's see what we can get here. See what we can grab. This is where we just start kind of bleeding our opponent out and just, you know, really making them pay every single turn. Incrementally over time, just... Let's sacrifice one of you. Wait, no. You. Deal damage here. We'll go and get what? Let's get our Tybalt. Let's get our Tybalt. I'm greedy. I'm greedy. We're ending this video with a freaking Tybalt. It's not the best play we can make, but it's the most fun play we can make. So, with that being said, Tybalt dealing 3. Do you want to take it, or do you want to get dealt 3 damage to the face, right to the noggin? Look at this board, though, man. Oof, disgusting. This board is just raunchy. Boom, let's go. End our turn. 2 more little 1/1s. Feels bad, man. Oh no, that's pretty bad. That's a pretty bad creature to see there, but you know what? It's still okay. It's not the end of the world. We can get this probably done here in the next turn. If it's done correctly. If we can get a sweeper maybe. A sweeper could definitely clean this up. Let's get that out of there. Field of Ruin. Let's get this down first. Right. Let's get this in. Let's see what we draw here off the top. X damage to any target, huh? I think that's our best bet. And then we can deal 5. Not how I wanted to spend my turn and my mana, but you know what? It's fine. 2 Blood Artists here. Field of Ruin. Let's just go another Stesnia Uprising. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to swing all here because we're populating 3. We're populating 3 creatures a turn, right? So even if they decide to block here, they're going to be risking dealing, 2 damage a pop per creature. Plus the Meathook Massacre deals a damage. Yeah, this is pretty much over. I'm just kind of talking out loud here. Just trying to figure out what it is that's going to be happen here. Imagine if those were 1/1 devils too, dealing extra damage. So yeah, that should be game. It sure is. It sure is. And we end the game with 40 life against a life gain deck. Woo! Who was the real life gain there? GG's. What a game though. That's going to do it for today's video, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. We're going to get into the deck breakdown now. We're going to talk about things we liked and disliked about the deck, maybe some current changes we can make to it. But before I do that and we dive into it, I just want to say a huge thank you and shout out to everyone who's made it this far in the video. If you're hearing me talk right now, that means you guys have helped me so much more than you know by pushing out our videos to more people, because the algorithm loves seeing watch time. And if you made it this far, you definitely have some serious watch time. So thank you so much for that. Really appreciate it. With that being said, let's talk about today's list, man. I had a ton of fun with this thing. Rakdos is, it's up there with some of my favorite style of lists. Sorry, my nose has just got itchy. I don't know what's happening, but allergies, I guess. I really like the list, man. I like it a lot. I think the only change I want to make to this list is our Voldaren Bloodcaster. This thing right here is really, really good when we're talking about playing it in mono black, because there's a lot more like creatures that you can run into the list that you can sacrifice and get its ability to the create these blood tokens. But a lot of the times in this particular list, we're kind of thriving off the ability to generate tokens, and tokens are not something that when you kill the Bloodcaster creates blood tokens off of. So I don't know how well this synergizes with the rest of the list. We might want to try to look into another blood token generation tool. There are plenty of like blood token things that you can put into the list. Sorry, terrible typing. But just look at that. You type in blood tokens. I mean, look how many different things you get pulled up here. So if you're looking for another way to, get a creature down and generate value with blood tokens, there's plenty of those. There's ways that you can kind of synergize that with, more vampire-y types things. There are also some spells like this one here, which I considered, like the Vampire Kiss, where your opponent's, taking 2 life, you're gaining 2 life, and you're creating 2 blood tokens. This is actually something that could be pretty powerful in this list. You could cut the Voldaren Bloodcaster for something like that, and you could actually do some serious damage with that, because late game, if you have 2 of these brush strokes down, I mean, throwing one of those down, dealing 2 damage, gaining 2, and now you've also got the 2, additional blood tokens, which are also, even more damage and more life gain. There's a lot of synergies there with that card. So I did consider throwing that in here. But as far as the rest of the deck, I feel like it played really, really well. I'm not too sure about the Plum either, but I do see how this can go over the top though, and just absolutely crush your opponent in a game-winning situation. If you have enough on the board and, Meathook Massacre with the Blood Artist, you can combo off with this thing and deal massive amount of damage. So I do think it belongs in the deck. I just haven't had a chance to actually go over the top with it. So I'm not too sure exactly how I like it. But Here's where I leave it to you guys. As always, in the comments, let me know down below if you guys enjoyed the deck, what you would make changes to, and how you would make it better. I would love to hear your thoughts and comments down below. And also appreciate you guys all so much for making it this far into the video. Before I dip out of here though, as always, one last huge personal shout out goes out to my Marty Mob, man. Thank you so much for being part of the Marty Mob. Thank you so much for supporting the channel financially, and thank you so much for your monthly memberships and kind words you guys are always, you know, putting in the channel, on the comments, in the chats. Thank you guys so much for everything you do for me here on today's on this channel, and with the growth of the channel. So thank you so much. If you guys want to become supporters of the channel and join the Marty Mob, you can hit that join button down below, or there's a link in the description you can hit. It'll tell you a lot more about it before you make the commitment, but there are some benefits you get added to your channel and your experience here on the channel. So thank you so much to those guys, and I will see you guys on the next video, or if you guys want, we have a live stream tonight. I will see you guys there as well. Till next time. Peace.
Hit him 3 times like a hat trick. The name is Swayze, no Patrick. If you play him, then it's tragic. Hit him with the mythic, yeah, that's magic. MTG, that's what you'll see if you like and subscribe. Where's the upload, man? Man, all of the time. Coming with the best decks, this is the meta. This ain't cheap, yeah.